What a year for international rugby as 2025 draws to a close. One thing is absolutely certain, the Springboks are ending the year exactly where they started it, firmly at the top of the World Rugby rankings. The green and gold machine just keeps on rolling, and their latest performance was a masterclass in power and precision. They marched into Dublin and came away with an impressive 24-13 victory over Ireland. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. That victory earned them a crucial 0.88 ranking points, pushing their total to a mighty 93.94. This has solidified their position at the summit, creating a significant buffer between them and the rest of the chasing pack. Speaking of the chasing pack, the All Blacks were also in rampant form. They put on a show in Cardiff, blasting past Wales with a 52-26 win, a truly dominant performance. But here's the interesting part: from a rankings perspective, New Zealand didn't earn a single ranking point for it. Why? Because the points gap between them and Wales was already so massive, even after factoring in home field advantage for the Welsh. So, despite the huge scoreline, the All Blacks remain in second place with 90.33 points, unable to close the gap on their great rivals, the strength of South Africa's lead is just immense. They currently hold a 3.61 point advantage over New Zealand. To put that into perspective, even if Wales were to pull off a monumental upset next weekend at the Principality Stadium and beat the Springboks, Rassie Erasmus's men would still finish the year as the #1 team in the world. That's how secure their position is right now. It is a testament to their consistency and their ability to win the big games when it matters most. Let's dive deeper into that Ireland versus Springboks clash because it was a fascinating encounter. Many saw this as a potential banana peel for the world champions, a true test against one of the best teams in the Northern Hemisphere. But South Africa, led by the phenomenal Marx, simply suffocated the Irish. Reports have called it a sheer massacre at the breakdown. The box forward pack was relentless, choking Ireland into submission and denying them the quick ball they thrive on. It really showed why so many believe South Africa is, and I quote, clear of the rest. Of course, no modern rugby match is complete without some discussion about the officiating, and this game was no different. There were moments that had fans and pundits alike scratching their heads, with some calling the officiating horrifically wrong. It's a recurring theme in the sport that continues to frustrate everyone involved. But it shouldn't take away from the sheer dominance the Springboks displayed, and the accolades just keep coming for the South Africans. At the recent World Rugby Awards, it was that man again, Marx, who beat out his own talented teammates to take home the top gong for Player of the Year. It's been an incredible year for the hooker, and this award is the cherry on top, cementing his status as one of the very best in the world. Now, let's look at the movement elsewhere in the rankings table, because there have been some interesting shifts. Despite that heavy defeat to the All Blacks, Wales has actually climbed up the ladder. They've moved from 12th into 11th position. How did that happen? Well, they have Japan to thank. Eddie Jones' Brave Blossoms pulled off a nail-biting 25-23 victory over Georgia. That result was huge. It caused the Lilos to drop to places to 13th, allowing both Japan and Wales to move up. For Japan, that win was particularly significant. They secured themselves a coveted band placing for the 2027 Rugby World Cup draw, which is a massive boost for their campaign in Australia. Elsewhere in Europe, France hosted Australia in what turned out to be a high-scoring affair. Les Blues came out on top, winning 48-33. The victory earned them a small gain of 0.16 ranking points. But it wasn't enough to change their position. France remains in 5th, while the Wallabies stay put in 7th. It was an entertaining game, but for both teams, it's a case of as you were in the world order. There was also some crucial World Cup qualification action. Samoa locked in their spot for the 2027 tournament after a tense 13-all draw with Belgium. While they'll be thrilled to be heading to Australia, the draw actually saw them drop to places in the rankings down to 19th. This allowed Chile and Tonga to each shuffle up one spot, highlighting just how tight things are in that part of the table. Looking ahead, the final weekend of the year still has some drama left. The battle for the remaining band 1 spots for the World Cup draw is on a knife edge. New Zealand's second-place spot is safe for now, even if England manages a convincing win over Argentina at Twickenham. However, that match is crucial for the final placings. If Los Pumas can pull off an upset, defeat England, it would have a ripple effect. A loss for England would see them drop, and Ireland, despite their loss to the Springboks, would move back up into 3rd place in the world. So, all eyes will be on that clash to see how the top tier of World Rugby officially stacks up as we head into the new year. So, to recap the top 10 as things stand, South Africa reigns supreme at #1. New Zealand is 2nd, with England and Ireland in 3rd and 4th, but that could change. France is 5th, followed by Argentina in 6th. Australia holds 7th, with Fiji, Scotland, and Italy rounding out the top 10. What a fascinating state of play in international rugby. The Springboks have set an incredibly high bar, and the challenge for every other nation in 2026 will be to find a way to close that gap. The countdown to the next World Cup is on, and every single test match matters more than ever. Thanks for watching, everyone. What did you think of the weekend's results? Who do you think can challenge the Springboks next year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more rugby analysis. Catch you in the next one.